Welcome to New York Got Game.
Welcome back to a special edition of New York Got Game. I'm Dexter Henry. We're in the middle of a series between Atlantic Division rivals, the Knicks and the Celtics, and today I get to talk to a man who's worn both uniforms, Bronx native and four-time NBA All-Star, also current Charlotte Hornets assistant coach. His name is Kemba Walker. New Yorkers know him well, and Kemba's also about to receive one of the highest honors from his hometown borough, getting inducted into the Bronx Walk of Fame on May 17th. So, he's here to talk some hoops and what this Bronx recognition means to him. Let's get right into it as Kemba Walker joins me now. Kemba, what's going on, my friend? How you doing?
I'm good. No complaints at all, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Always good to see you, man. It's been a long time since I've seen you. I go back to covering you when you were in high school at Rice, so it's way back to then. But Kemba, you're going to be honored, as I mentioned, with an induction into the Bronx Walk of Fame on May 17th. What does it mean for you to receive this honor in your home borough? What does that mean?
It's kind of surreal. It's kind of surreal. It's not even, I didn't even know they had a Bronx, like a Hall of Fame, to be honest. So when I got notified, like, I was really, really honored, really honored. I think this has definitely jumped in line in the accomplishments that I've been able to achieve over the years. This is like unbelievable. It's kind of hard to put it into words, to be honest. But I'm super happy to be able to get this recognition and represent the Bronx, my hometown, where I was born and raised, and where I was able to just carry that with me, throughout the rest of my life, being from the Bronx. So to be able to get this recognition is like, it's unbelievable. And I'm so honored. I'm so humbled and just extremely happy to, be a part of this.
No, it makes a lot of sense to me, man, because, it really hits close home to you. I know you've had a lot of recognition for what you've done on the basketball court, but to have your hometown borough honor you, that's definitely got to feel good. But when you think of your Bronx roots, right, and your journey from the BX to the NBA, who or what inspired you the most growing up?
If Who inspired me the most? I would say my brother Cory Fisher, who I was honored to play basketball behind. And when I was in seventh grade, he was in the eighth. And I had no idea at the time, like, where basketball can take you, and all these different rankings and stuff like that. Like, I was just playing just for fun. Like, I just loved to play at the time. And then there was Cory Fisher, who was like, we from the same area in the Bronx, and he was in the eighth grade, and everybody knew him, and he was just like such a big time player. And I, with my own two eyes, I'm with this guy every day, and I'm watching him like straight up destroy dudes, and this is in the eighth grade. I'm seeing him get 50 points in the eighth grade. It was like unbelievable. Then he was like one of the top players in the country, and I started to follow him from there on out. But yeah, that's where I started taking the game really serious, because I seen what the game can do for people in my neighborhood. 'Cause he was one of the first guys, for me, that I seen with my own two eyes. Really, excel, be really good, and then go to a good high school, and then from that high school go to a great college. So yeah, he kind of started that process of me of just seeing where this game can take me. And that was special. That was special for me. So yeah, huge shout out to Cory Fisher. Man, that's my big bro. One of the best basketball players I've ever seen in my life. He was special. So yeah, I definitely give a lot of credit to C Fish, man, because I could say that he really started me on this basketball journey for real. Just just for me, really just seeing what he did with his game. So yeah,
Yes.
see fitness, huge part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the New York basketball community, New York basketball heads, they know how good Corey Fisher was. I remember covering him too in, high school on the AAU circuit. I want to follow up on that because I didn't even know you would bring him up. But I'm curious, you saw him and were inspired by him, but was he somebody that told you like, look, Kemba, you can do this, you can make it to the next level? Did he tell you that? Did he see that, where you were able to go? Did he see that in you?
Yeah, he did. Because I was in the seventh grade, like I said, he was in the eighth. There wasn't really a spot for me on the varsity team that year, so I was like going back and forth. I would play like JV sometimes. Then I would go up whenever they had a game. I would just go up and like watch or be on a bench. So I didn't really play. But yeah, he always seen my talent. And he would always be like, "Yeah, you next up." Like he always say that, like, "You next up, you next up." I don't know if I believed it at the time, but clearly he did. But yeah. He always respected my game and just the way I played. No, I think back then though I was super different. Like I wasn't scoring and stuff like that. I wasn't even doing stuff like that. But I think just my raw talent. I think he kind of just seen it back then. So yeah, he always was very encouraging. Yeah, very encouraging. And then we got a chance to even play against each other. Um,
Yep.
Starting in high school, actually, even though that time I didn't play much because I think I was a sophomore, and the matchup was him and Edgar Sosa for the most part. And then, but me and Corey got the chance to play against each other in college, um, which was really, really special. Which was really special, man. Two kids from the Bronx. Our junior high school coach came to the game as well. So, yeah, that was a really cool moment.
That was a great moment. Shout out to C Fish for sure there. Now, on that same evening of your induction, the Bronx Ball is going to honor you. So, what message do you hope to share with the Bronx community and the next generation of Bronx Hoopers? Because you talked about how C Fish inspired you. What message do you have for the next generation of Hoopers coming out to BX?
Um, the message I would give them, those people, those kids, everyone, is just no, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You really just have to. You got to dedicate yourself. Um, you got to grind. Um, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to go exactly how it's supposed to be. How you planned. Um, it's going to be like so many bumps in the road, so many ups and downs. But you can do it. I think for me, like I just felt like growing up, especially playing basketball, being an athlete and being a smaller guy, the main thing was, oh, he's too small.
Hmm.
He's too small. He's too small. It was everything I can't do, right? That's how it was for me. Like, oh, he can't do this. He can't do that. He can't shoot. He can't. And I'm like, why? Why? Why can't I? Just because y'all say I can't doesn't mean that I can't. I always look at it that way. Like, if I put my mind to it, if we all put our mind to something, like, and we really want it, we can go get it. Um, and that's the message.
Huh?
Don't ever let nobody tell you can't,
That's
because it's not true.
That
Yeah.
is a great message. Great words. Not great message, great words there for sure. Now, I mentioned this at the top. I go back to covering you when you played at Rice High School. What's your favorite memory from your days playing high school basketball in Harlem? What's your memories from playing at Rice?
Oh my goodness, where do I even start?
There's a
Oh
lot.
man,
There's a lot of good ones. I know. There's a lot of good ones.
you mean basketball memories?
Yeah, let's keep it on the court. Basketball memories, because I remember being in the building for some good battles you had.
Yeah.
I remember against Irv Walker.
Yep.
There's some I was in the building for, some really great ones that I remember. So I'll be honest, Kemba, that's the ones where I was like, okay, this dude's going to the next level. Like I see this for him. So that's one that sticks out in my mind. But I know you have a
Yeah.
lot of good ones. What's your favorite? If you have to pick one, which is
Uh,
hard, what's your favorite memory from balling at Rice?
uh, I'm gonna say I have two, maybe two, two,
Okay,
two
we'll
of them.
take two. We'll take two.
I would say you brought up one, which is I think that was my junior year.
Yep, that was.
Um,
Yep.
my junior year at Fordham University, where I don't know, we were down what? No, it was a tie game. It
Yeah,
was a tie
it's a
game.
crazy finish to that game. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
was a tie game. We get to the huddle. Coach Hicks, he draws a player for Chris Fouch, who's obviously he's like our best shooter. Um, and I don't know, the play just broke down. I don't know what happened. The play broke down. I just had the ball in my hand, and yeah, I took the last shot, and it was a crazy shot too. Like I don't even know how I made that shot. I think I like pump faked, and like just went up, shot it, made it, and yeah, the rest was history. What was that? The state? That was a New York State championship, I think.
I want to say it was the city championship. I
City
could I
championship.
because it was at Fordham. Yes, it was city championship. I
Yes,
remember
yeah,
that.
city
Yeah,
championship.
city championship.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. That was a crazy moment for me. Oh man, that was an unreal moment for me. Like everybody stormed the court.
Yep.
Um, like it was crazy. I got that on DVD actually. I got that on DVD.
Oh, we still got it.
I do, I
Yeah.
do, which is crazy.
Wow.
Um, then another one I would say another game at Fordham, where we played St. Ray's, who's our rival.
Yep.
And I killed them. Like I had such a great game that day. I think I had like 38. That was my career high in high school, I think. But I was hitting shots, like making threes, and it was just a great overall game for me. And that's a game that just sticks out to me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. So those are two great memories I have, just on the court. But I got tons of memories, tons of teammates, tons of friends from Rice who I still talk to this day. Like Rice is such a brotherhood. It's some of the best years of my life. No, I'm so proud of being able to have went to Rice High School. So much culture, for the most part, so many friends. That's the part that I love the most about Rice. Like we're so connected. Like to this day, if I see somebody from Rice, it's like nothing but love. And it's like if I just see somebody from high school, like we could pick up from years ago. It's just so unreal. Big shout out to Rice.
Yeah,
Big shout
huge
out to
shout out.
Rice.
Yeah, huge shout out to Rice. Huge shout
Thanks.
out to Rice, man.
Yeah, all my Raiders out there for
There you
sure.
go. Raider love right there. Now, I want to fast forward to college because I assume that your favorite moment in college, or at least your top three moment in college, is a moment, Kemba. I don't think you know this, but it's a moment that hurt me, right? Because I'm a Pitt alum. So you know
Oh,
where I'm going with this. So
yeah.
I did not feel so great about this, but we're talking about your iconic step back game winner, 2011 Big
Yep.
East tournament, legendary moment. For me, it was weird watching because I'm like, man, I covered this guy in high school. I've been rooting for him to do well. He's killing it at UConn, but please don't kill Pitt. And then
Yeah.
you did what you had to do. Is that your favorite moment playing at UConn?
Uh,
It's a tough one. I know you have a lot of
it
good ones at
is.
UConn too. Yeah.
It is. And I think that's a shot that like everybody knows me for and stuff like that. Like obviously it's that's probably my biggest moment in my career, probably. But I don't know if it's my favorite. It was an
Mm,
unbelievable shot. I don't know if it's my favorite though. I don't know. I definitely had some times in college. I hit some unbelievable shots in college. But my favorite moment, I think, was the next game after the Pitt game.
really?
Um,
Okay.
yes, against Syracuse. The Pitt game was really cool. Um, but the Pitt game was a noon game
Yep.
on a what? On a Thursday
Thursday. Yep.
afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think my favorite memory was the Syracuse game. Like that game for me personally was lit. Like I had such a great game. We had such a great game, but I like individually, like I felt like I was doing a little bit of everything that game. And Cuse is so tough to play against, with that zone, with their length. Those guys, Coach Boeheim always just really made it tough on me. So I think that was one of my favorite games.
Oh,
For sure, for sure. But that Pitt game, don't get to it's definitely up there in my top three. It was
yeah.
just a shot. The shot was unbelievable. But if I'm being honest, I didn't even see him. Like I didn't see him fall until I watched it over. Um, just because I was so locked in on the rim. But yeah, definitely probably my biggest moment for
Yeah,
sure.
no, it's a great shot. I was hating on you just a little bit, Kemba, just a little bit. I was just a little bit, but it's a great shot. But I will say this: I was happy you guys beat Q's in the next game. I will say
Oh
that
yes.
I was happy
Oh
about that. So it was good. But now in your career, you're an assistant coach with the Charlotte Hornets. This is your
yes,
first year
sir.
with the Hornets. For you, what's been the most rewarding part from transitioning from player to coach? What have you liked about that so far?
Uh, I think just being around the game. Um, like for me, like I miss it. I miss it so much. But this right here makes up for everything, that I'm missing. I'm able to be in the court with the players. I'm working guys out. I'm helping, you know, get guys better, and that's what I want to do. If I can't play at a high level, I want to help somebody play at a high level. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm finding so much joy in this, and I think this is where I'm supposed to be.
Hmm.
This is where I'm supposed to be. Now that obviously the knee and stuff of that nature. Like I think player development is literally it's the place for me. I just think I have so much to give um, for a young kid um, to achieve their goals and just become better. So yeah, I've been loving it. I think some of the most rewarding things about it is when I actually never understood this until now that I'm in it. But just the joy in you know telling someone or helping someone with something and seeing them do it and getting really excited and like looking at you and pointing at you like thanks coach, like like that feeling is very rewarding, very rewarding. And a lot of my coaches used to do it to me back in the day. They're telling me something, I do it right away. I look at them like I appreciate it, but now what's happening to me, I feel that I feel the love and the help, you know, in this role. So yeah, it's been great so far.
Now, that's great. I think whenever I talk to former players that have transitioned to coaching, I love hearing from them how rewarding it is for them, right? Because a lot of times you finish your playing career, you're trying to figure out, hey, what can I do to stay connected to the game? How can I feel connected to the game? And to hear you say that, that's really dope. Glad to see that you have that. I want to go over to your pro days, Kemba, because you played for both the Knicks and the Celtics. What was
Yeah,
unique about each of these historic franchises? They have a lot of history in the NBA. So what was unique about playing for both the Knicks and the Celtics?
yeah, that's crazy that I played for both. Two very, very historic organizations. It was very different from when I left Charlotte. I know that. Just like, when I was in Charlotte, our home games sometimes can feel like road games. But when I went to New York and Boston, our road games felt like home games. That was very unique for me personally. Um, because a lot of times when I was with the Hornets, like I just said, like I just feel like I was sometimes like the bigger teams, the bigger cities with the large fan bases, they'll come into the arena and like if we play in the Knicks, it'll be thousands of Knicks jerseys. But being on the other side, like when I was in Boston with the Knicks, like whenever we were on the road, it was the complete opposite. Like when I was on Boston, there were Boston jerseys everywhere on the road. And then when I was with the Knicks, there were Knicks jerseys everywhere on the road. Like those organizations, they're so historic. They travel everywhere. They travel everywhere, and their fan bases are so special. So I think that was one of the most unique things about those two organizations for me personally.
Yeah, and that fan support is always good. Got to talk about your time with the Knicks. Do you have a favorite moment? I think I know what this might be too. What's your favorite moment from your time with your hometown New York Knicks? What was the favorite moment there?
Oh my goodness. My favorite moment, my favorite moment is when I got benched and then I
Yep.
had to come back. Um, yeah, I had to play. It's like I had to. I think everybody had COVID. Um, so we played in Boston. We lost, but I know I played well. I was out there on a mission, so that was fun. That was a very fun moment. And then another one, obviously, is when on Christmas,
Yep. Christmas
on
Day.
Christmas, on Christmas Day, triple double on Christmas Day. That was extremely special right there. Because I don't think many guys has done that with the Knicks on Christmas Day, so that was really cool. Just playing for the Knicks was so surreal for me. Um, Growing up a Knicks fan, being from New York, I I don't know. I never thought I would ever play for the Knicks, but being that I got the opportunity, that was so special. That was so special to be in a garden like that all the time, and you know, putting that jersey on every day. That was cool. I'm super super happy and grateful that I was able to spend a small amount of time at least in a Knicks uniform. So yeah,
Yeah.
huge milestone in my career for sure.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of fans, a lot of New Yorkers love seeing you in the orange and blue for sure. And both the franchises we just talked about, the Knicks and Celtics, they're still alive in the playoffs. They're battling each other. But how have you been enjoying the entire NBA playoffs so far? I know I've had my eye on it. I know you've been watching. What have you thought
Yeah,
of what you've seen in the playoffs so far?
it's been so great. It's been so great. It's been so competitive. I mean, I think early on we had a couple games where they were like just some duds and some blowouts and stuff like that. But for the most part, I thought the NBA playoffs this year has been really special. The guys have just been competing. I love the way the referees are handling things. Um, it's been great. It's been great. It's been so much winning basketball, and it's really it's really cool to be watching it from this perspective now because now, I feel like I can go back to my guys on the team and really just let these guys know like we need to be here. We need to be here. Like it's time. We just have guys on that team that need to get this experience. Because the playoffs is so much different than the regular season, and you know we got to get back. We got to get back there. So yeah, that's the mindset.
That is the mindset. That is the goal. Last thing for me, Kemba, because I appreciate your time. Rocco this
Oh,
here on New York Got Game. But I got to ask you this. As a New York native, somebody you just said you grew up rooting for the Knicks, what would it mean for you personally? I know you work for the Hornets now, but what would it mean for you personally just to see the Knicks finally break their championship drought? I know you got family members who probably still root for the Knicks. They've been waiting to see them win for a long time. What would it mean for you to see this city on fire, happy, and the Knicks break their championship drought?
it's literally gonna be on fire. That is
Yeah,
literally gonna be on.
yeah,
The city gonna go crazy. Oh man, that would be so special. That would be so special. I mean, I haven't seen it in my lifetime. So, growing up, the Knicks were really bad, when I was growing up. So even now, like it's so exciting. It's so exciting to see the Knicks back. Um, like Jalen, he has revived the city like to a whole nother level. That dude he's unreal, unreal. The way he got the organization going again has been so fun to watch, and I'm just so happy for New York and the city, and because we deserve it. The city deserves it. We have some of the best fans, best diehard fans ever. Nothing but respect for the Knicks and the whole organization. Um, yeah, I would love to see the Knicks do well. Always, always. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. Great series so far.
yep.
They got to take care of business. They've been playing really well, but now it's time to take care of business, take that next step.
Yeah, time to take the next step. Everybody wants to see if they can do it. is going to be really interesting. But everybody, that is the great Kemba Walker. Kemba, I got to tell you, man, it's an honor to be able to sit here and talk to you. I remember talking to you when you were in high school. Myself, Ian Begley, my guy, when we were in these gyms covering these high school games.
Yes, sir.
You were always a pleasure to talk to then. Glad to see your career where you thrived, except for that shot, except for that one. I didn't like that. But outside of that, man, I just got to say, man, I'm really proud of the success and what you're doing now and how you're giving back. That's just so dope. And to see you get honored on the 17th in the Bronx Walk of Fame. Look, man, you're in the Bronx. You're gonna be in the Bronx Walk of Fame. That's huge, man.
Crazy.
That's huge. That's crazy. It's a pinch yourself moment. You know what I mean? It's a great one. But I just want to tell you, man, salute to you, and you're welcome back any other time here on New York Got Game. We appreciate you, man.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. It's great to see you. Yes, sir.
Great to see you too, Kemba. Take care.
Sir. All right, have a good one.
And thanks for watching New York Got Game. Boom shakalaka.